Okay, I got to double back now
Yeah.
on you on this when we start from the beginning. I'm going to ask again, symptoms. What symptoms come up? Because I guarantee you, anybody who's watching this right now, they're going, wow, I didn't realize all this. So
Yeah.
they're going, maybe I have this. So what do I have to check again? So I want to make sure we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have to check?
Well, a lot of people equate depression simply with mood, okay, simply with feeling sad. So certainly feeling sad, hopeless, or anxious can be depression or it can be anxiety. But it's the loss of vitality that most people don't understand. The lack of energy, the fatigue, the loss of interest in things that used to make you happy or that used to be interested in, inability to sleep, or you can't get out of bed, no appetite, or you can't stop eating. Like your basic body functions. And again, go to that checkup from the neckup.ca and do the little self-test and just check through all these functions. And my own psychiatrist, he's a medical doctor. The reason he took a subspecialty in psychiatry is because more than half of his patients were presenting with physical symptoms that there was no organic cause for. And when he started digging a little deeper, he realized it was caused from emotional or mood disorders.
I have to ask this, and I'm going to the extreme. Suicidal?
Oh yeah, suicide is where we don't want depression to take you. That I think, I don't know again the statistic, but suicide is a leading cause of death, particularly among young people, teenagers, in this country. And there's no young person or any person that takes their life that was not suffering from depression. If it's a premeditated act, this is a depressed person.
Wow. You know, a lot of people are going to want to somehow get in contact with you, and they can actually get a chance to meet you one-on-one this Sunday.
You bet.
Hughes Room. What's going to be happening at the Hughes Room?
Well, this is so exciting. You know, Rudy, like me, you're always looking for new ways to expand the entertainment experience. That's why we're here talking on camera instead of just on radio. So what we're doing Sunday night, it's the actual official CD launch. I know we had talked about Alive and Awake before, but now I was waiting for the newsletter to be ready before I really did the full-on media push. So it's going to be a great concert. I'm going to have my band there. I'm going to do my, you know, all my hit songs that people love, and of course, new songs from the CD. And then you're going to come up in the second half of the show. Rudy's going to be my special guest host interviewer. And not only are you going to talk to me like you're talking now, we're going to open it up to the audience. And anyone that wants to ask questions, you know, there's no topic off limits about my own experience, possibly about themselves or someone they know and love. You know, we'll talk about where to get help, what it looks like when you need help, or even about the creative process. I mean, to me, I know they might sound like two separate things, except when you consider that if 1 in 5 people in the real world have mood disorders, I'd say 1 in 2 people who are creative, are sensitive, would suffer from these things. So a lot of people that are even interested in coming to an artistic event would be people that might be in the, you know, at risk.
I think this is going to be fantastic. I know I'm looking forward to this.
It's going to be really fun.
Again, it's going to be happening at Hughes Room. I do believe it all starts at 8:30 p.m. For folks who want to get information about this event or everything else that we talked about, website, Twitter, do you have that?
AmySky.com, Amy Sky music page on Facebook, Twitter, Amy Sky. You can go to the Hughes Room website. You can make a reservation, info@hughesroom.com. And I suggest you make a reservation because it's Mother's Day night. They have an amazing restaurant, so you can make a whole evening of it.
Of course.
Come a little early for dinner. It's one of the nicest clubs in town because you get this amazing dinner and then you get a show.
Also, if people want to pick up your album,
Yeah.
website too?
You can buy the physical album either from Amazon or from amysky.com. You can, of course, download it on iTunes or from Amazon, too.
Now, before we wrap this up, we should throw in a little plug for your husband because he's doing something else too at the Hughes Room, correct?
Yeah, the Jordans never sit still. So,
Never, and she's not kidding. Never.
well, it's not only my husband, it's also my daughter. All 3 of us are at Hughes Room this month.
Oh my God.
I know it. So Mark, now, he's also expanding his creative expression, and he's been a closet painter for years.
I didn't know that. I've known the man for years. I never knew he was a
He
painter.
was just keeping it to himself, and now he has created this unbelievable, beautiful catalog of work. He calls it flat music, and a lot of the images have to do with musical instruments, and they're sort of like how Picasso would do music. So he's going to do a show, and you're going to come up and interview him and talk to him about his creative process and his music and his art, and his artwork's going to be hanging all around.
Cannot wait. He even said too, I've got the email, he said he was going to paint me a picture. I cannot wait to see what this is going to be.
Yeah.
This is going to be amazing. But of course, we still have to have our show that's going to be happening again this Sunday at Hughes Room. 8:30 p.m. I think this is going to be amazing. And what a way to spend Mother's Day, you know, opening up and hopefully saving some lives, because I think that's what's important, extremely important.
You know, when I found out that the work I was doing with my music and with outreach about mental health, actually, in fact, I've heard from people who decided instead of taking their life to get help. I realized there's a reason that I suffered. I'm turning my suffering into meaning and hope for other people. And you know, part of life is loss, and I lost my mom about 1.5 years ago. This will be my second Mother's Day without her. So there's lots of people for whom Mother's Day is I love people to come bring their mothers to the show. That'll be fantastic. But for people that don't have moms, it's a nice place to gather as well and be with other people and still be able to honor the day.
Absolutely. What a great way to celebrate Mother's Day. And of course, make sure you pick up the album Alive and Awake and be part of the newsletter too. I think it's something that we can all share together. Folks, make sure you check out all the other videos on 680news.com. This is 680's music reporter Rudy Blair with the lovely Amy Sky saying, hey, we will see you on the flip side.